Kalimba? Kalimba? Oh my God! This is what I got so far. I have the pickup installed down here. We have the piezo down here.
Welcome, everyone, to the Fatty Patty 2x4 channel.
Welcome back. I hope everyone is well. In this video, I'm really excited. We're going to be looking at this 17 key thumb piano thing.
Babe, it is an Akasha Kalimba. Akasha Kalimba.
Oh, Kasha.
Akasha
Kalimba?
Akasha Kalimba.
Kasha Kalimba?
Kalimba.
Oh my God! How did I get that so wrong? It's right there. I can't read. Anyways, we digress. We're going to be modifying this. We're going to be putting all kinds of electronics in it. So let me bring you a little closer. Let me show you what we're about to do to this. All right, let's just unbox this son of a bitch. Alrighty then. So you get a nice carrying case. You get, let's see here, like some thumb pieces, some cloths, instruction manual, thing to wipe it down. You get this little hammer, and that's how you tune it. You hit these things. But let's just be real here. What we're going to be doing is putting a humbucker in here. I got a switch, and we have this piezo. This thing was really cheap. I don't know how good this is going to be, but what we're going to do is be able to switch between the piezo and a humbucker. I have some carryover pots. We have a nice jack. I'm gonna put the jack at the end, so when you're playing it, it will just go out that way. Okay, after feeling in here, because you want to make sure you have enough room to put the pots and stuff, I just want to bring the humbucker a little higher. So I've marked right here. I'm going to just lay it out and mark out where the humbucker will go. Seeing as I have to take this whole thing off, if you could see here, you only have to remove like a couple of them, so you could unscrew the whole bridge right off. And so that is what I'm about to do. As I hammer these all off, I am going to set them aside so that I can line them up again, and then it'll be easier to tune the whole thing up. All right, so I just taped this and I pulled out some of the pieces. I set them aside off camera. I taped this so when I undo this bridge, that the pieces will stay in place. So I'm not going to record this whole thing, but that is how I am going to remove this bridge without having to lose all these pieces in order. All right, I marked out everything where I want it. The output jack has to be here. There's like a solid amount of wood inside here, so you can only go so far. It literally stops right here. There's wood going all the way across. So not all of it is empty. That is not a problem. We'll just put the output jack right here. So I used to be really good at this. So let's see. All right, after several hours of sanding and drilling and getting all the holes, this is what I've left with, because if you just drill out, you get these little cutouts. I had to cut out this so that I would be able to get this piece inside there. But I have to actually say that I was really upset that some of the area cracked, so I had to glue it. Working with this is so thin, but I have wired this little harness up. So this is the piezo pickup, and this is the humbucker that we're going to be putting in there. That's from the Hello Kitty guitar. The knobs haven't arrived yet. I got the little toggle switch. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to put this together, and then I'm going to give you some sound samples. All right, this is what I got so far. I have the pickup installed down here. We have the piezo down here. I wish I had just a bigger pickup, like one that would hold like an 8-string pickup, because then it would cover more of these things. But hopefully it comes through in this video. And then the switch that I originally had, that didn't actually work. That thing broke. It was a much cheaper one. I just didn't want to buy parts for this. So I actually had to buy some parts. So there was some logistic problems, and I didn't have the knobs, but I'm very pleased with how it looks. It looks somewhat factory. You could see that the layer of clear coat kind of chips out as you are putting holes in it. And you can see here, I had to sand this down and take off the finish, and I just put some lemon oil on it, and it just kind of like brought it back to normal. So before we start playing with everything, I just want to show you the layout. So these are the distortions section. So we have the metal monster, we have a tube screamer, we have an overdrive, and then we got some delay and echo, another delay, and then I don't really know how to categorize this one, but it doesn't actually, it's more like ambient kind of pedal. And then we have the boss delay, mainly maybe because I might do stereo later on in the video. But that is pretty much the layout. All right, as usual, I have it mic'd up with the SM57 and a Lewitt 240 Pro microphone. You're gonna get the unprocessed audio on your end. All right, we're just gonna start off hearing how it sounds. I'm gonna run through the selections that you have the options to, and we're just gonna run it through the Fender Deluxe Reverb amp. So this is just the humbucker. Keep in mind, I don't really know how to play this. This is the humbucker and piezo. And then this is just the piezo. The piezo is really, it's a cheap piezo. But it sounds good with distortion. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the humbucker. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit, and we're gonna start with some delays. All right, so I noticed that the piezo sounds the best with all these pedals. It doesn't sound perfect, but when you use the humbucker, it gives way too much feedback. But it's really fun to play with the switching back. I don't know how to do that musically just yet, but I'm just going to show you some sounds. this segment, I'm just going to show you some samples that maybe you can take your sound baths to the next level. And so what I have is a battery-powered Boss air katana, so it doesn't overpower the sound bowls. So what we're going to do is just show you some samples. All right, we got some bangers. I pulled out some distortion and some fuzzes. We're gonna have a little fun. Let me show you what I got on the table. All right, starting off the chain, we have the Big Muff. I got this heavy metal HM5. And then I got this dual overdrive, which is nice, and it got a little switch you can switch between. And then we got the Fuzz Lord, and then we got the doggy. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing in here? Huh? Who said you could come in here? Mijo, I love you. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this. Anything at all would be great. Like, I hated it. It sounded terrible. Any kind of comment would be wonderful. But as soon as this goes live, this is up for auction. So that will be in the description down below. Just go ahead and click on that and it should take you to the listing. Or you can copy and paste that, whatever you desire. But as I said before, and I will continue to say, I'm trying to raise the bar on Petco stock. And that is in the description as well. If you guys need help getting set up with Robinhood, that is there for you to get set up with Robinhood. Make an account. Let's raise the bar on that Petco stock. The stock price is going up, and I am super excited about that. Enough about that, though. If you guys want to just send a tip, there's always PayPal in the description. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, you could hit the like and subscribe button. But I understand where everyone's at. I mean, if you're as poor as me and you can't afford to buy this, then that's okay. You could save my email, and when you eventually get established and be able to afford to get to that level, then you could send me an email and I will go from there, and we could discuss options of me building custom things like this. But that is it for me. I hope you guys all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys in the next one.